Ha! Okay, there we go. So I don't know if this has started yet. I was trying to fucking figure out my camera because it does not seem to want to work with OBS for some reason. So, hold on, let me... Okay, alright, the DEVCAST is up. So let me throw that up there. I'm gonna wait for people to start showing up. Because I started this a little bit later than I was hoping to. But it's fine. I didn't realize it's not even like a premiere or anything. It's literally just a video that they upload. So, cool. Gives me time to try to figure out what's going on with my camera. So I pop it up. Oh, there we go. That's me. Hi, me. It's really tight on my face, and I don't know how to adjust that quite yet. Apparently, I'm able to. But for now, I'm just gonna be like really close to you fellas. Yeah, I'm doing that after. I'm gonna stream for like probably an hour, if that. Let me center that on my fucking face more. It's so dark. I need to figure out my lighting in my bedroom a bit more, it would seem. Right, I also had the chat moving on the side. Do I still have that set up? Apparently I do. But that, where is that? I don't know what part of my computer that is capturing. Bro. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're not gonna have chat up, it would seem. So that's fine. What we will have, let me do something. While I still wait for people to start pulling up. I can find something to fill that space. Don't even worry about it. Where's my fucking... There we go. And I want... Fuck, where is it? Yeah, here we go. I'll fill the space with that. You guys can have my reaction and my live reaction. Just in case you guys want to see that. We're so close. Every molecule of the glasses. Apparently I'm able to adjust it. I have no fucking idea how though. Like I can extend my entire arm between me and this and it's still this close. I don't know fucking what is up with this shit, but I have to fuck with it more. I tried to briefly before stream, but I kind of just wanted it to at least be working. So that was the priority. I was gonna go on gorilla mode if, or on Timmins if it was the 20 or 31st. It's the 26th. What day is that? Okay, so it's not next week? It's actually the last week of March? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. We get a live reaction on top of the dead reaction that stays it, or that says it's alive. No. That down there is the live reaction. This up here is the pre-recorded reaction. So I don't know why this I don't know why this is here and why it's so big. This one back here. This is the image I made where, yeah. So I could just do this. Do you guys want... right on the event list. There we go. It's not real pee. I edited it. Twitch, it's fine. It's fine. It's not real. It's fake. It's a falsehood. It's fraud. It's... Oh my god. In a full week, that shit don't count. It's more April than March. Exactly. This is a pre-recorded VOD stream. All of my live streams are pre-recorded. Every single one of them. All right. I feel like we have a lot of people here. So, that's enough yapping. Let's get into this 55-second video and see what's up.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Gearbox DevCast. I'm Andrew Reiner, one of your humble hosts and one of the heads of creative at Gearbox.
Hi, and I'm April Johnson, the Associate Director of Narrative here at Gearbox Studios.
And just as a reminder, this DevCast is your way to hear directly from our development team on all of our games at Gearbox.
Anything that we've got cooking, anything we're about to release, we want to be able to talk to you, the community, about it. So, who do we got today, Reiner?
That's crazy.
We have Josh Jeffcoat, who is currently wearing the cap of Creative Director over at Gearbox. Hello, Josh.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
My name is Josh Jeffcoat. I've been here at Gearbox for about 20 years now. I'm the lead enemy designer, but for the purposes of Story Pack 1, I'm the creative director.
And that's what we're diving into today.
No. Come on. Come on. Don't brag about being the lead enemy designer in Borderlands 4 and then say that you're heading the DLC. I'm very quiet. First off, let me actually, there's two things I can do for you there. One, well, actually, no. I should probably just turn
Today, we're looking at Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned.
The first story pack is going to be a brand...
Okay, all right. Man! That's not good accolades for being the dude that's fucking heading this operation here already. Whatever.
New adventure, and it's going to
maybe he's a better creative director than he is enemy designer.
That will expand the story of Borderlands lore, and you can explore all that jazz with our Vault Hunter, Cash, who happens to be a rogue.
You won't have to wait long to play
bullying
Mad
people.
Ellie and the Vault of the Damned releases on March 26th.
How are we feeling about that, Jeffcoat?
I cannot tell you how excited I am. This is the first big project that I've led here, and I can't wait for everyone out there to finally see this story that we have to tell. Trying to make this thing as good as we can for everybody, and we're just kind of glad to be able to show it off.
So, Josh, let's dive into
it. Well, he made the game.
Let's set the stage for people on what Mad Ellie and the Vault of the
I'm not
Damned
here to
is.
doom
Let's
post,
start
all right?
with
I'm here to have a good time.
Where are players going to be taken here?
Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned is a new story pack DLC. It's out in a big glacier. You're going to basically kind of find yourself in the wilderness, not really sure how you got there.
We're going back to BO2. They're like, oh, you guys don't like this game enough? Snow!
Snow! Ever since Borderlands 3.
That's what made BO2 good.
Moxie is a little concerned about her and kind of wants you to help figure out what's going on there.
Wait, hold on. BL3 mentioned?
Moxie is a little concerned about... She's been lost ever since Borderlands 3, and... Moxie is a little concerned about her and kind of wants you to help figure out what's going on
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, this story DLC kicks off with Moxie right away. She kind of puts you on a mission no matter who you're
I know that
as,
character,
Pog! Taking, as you said, to a new biome that is kind of tied in with the moonfall element of Elpis coming down from the sky, crash landing in a new area. I don't know where it's set, North Pole, South Pole, but it is a frozen region of Kairos.
Good googly googly,
one of the things that I really wanted to explore in this DLC was sort of what happened to Elpis. We visited a little bit of that during the main game, but
so we're going back
we had a whole
to
game
Elpis?
set on Elpis, the pre-sequel, and I kind of wondered what happened to all of that when a moon gets teleported across the galaxy, crashes into another planet.
Okay. I'm sorry, but like, why is this a DLC? Like, wasn't... Why was it... What they're saying here is what I anticipated the entire story of BL4 being. Like, am I fucking crazy? I'm gonna shut the fuck up and just play this. Like, tell me this here is not precisely what I think everyone expected BL4's overall story to be.
Happened to Elpis. We visited a little bit of that during the main game, but we had a whole game set on Elpis, the pre-sequel, and I kind of wondered what happened to all of that when a moon gets teleported across the galaxy, crashes into another planet, and just kind of breaks up in the sky. So,
isn't that? I'm sorry, am I crazy? Like, shouldn't that have just been the main part of the game?
You'll find.
I'm not the lead fucking narrative director. That's this chick.
Of Elpis, like whole large areas have.
I don't know if I believe it. I think she's a hire just for this.
And sort of embedded themselves, and things might be growing together.
Tina's
in a way
back
that
and hey, spoilers.
Expect. I remember those meetings where it was all starting to come together, and then we started to establish kind of the connective tissue between Guns, Love, and Tentacles and the pre-sequel. Can you kind of walk through some of those elements?
Yeah, the initial pitch was really
okay. So if they were thinking about this so far in advance, why did they then use the bonded enemy designs for the Amon cinematic and then say that it actually wasn't the bonded? I don't know.
Focused on the pre-sequel and trying to pick up some plot threads from there. But while we were trying to establish what characters we wanted to bring back and who we wanted to be talking to, we really loved Mancubus from Guns, Love, and Tentacles, and we realized that he was such a really good way to bring a whole bunch of weird stuff together.
Dude, the Mancubus glow up is kind of crazy. That kind of fucks. That kind of fucks. All right. Pre-sequel set up a great layup for a crazy impactful battle, but did fuck all with it. Like, gang, apparently that's BL5, even though back in BL3 they said BL3 was setting up to do the Great War thing in BL4. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure where we stand with the Great War right now, because the end of BL4 kind of... There's parts of BL4 that make me think that BL4 was the war, is leading up to the war, or caused the war, and is going to have... I don't know, man. Honestly, like, the overall narrative with 4 is a fucking mess. As in, like, the story of every other game is a mess, but at least it has some sort of, like, consistent impact overall on the universe, or it has some sort of addition to the overall universe that makes sense or something. The wider impact of BL4 by the end of it, I don't fucking get at all. It feels messier. Like, the actual story itself is kind of okay. It's a tight package, it's whatever. But then the overall plot threads that they have happen in this game, I kind of like... Fuck, it's a mess. I don't know, man. Did Aaron come back to voice Mancubus? I imagine. You can't have Mancubus not voiced by Aaron. If it's anyone else, it would not be the same.
All in the same place.
Mancubus should have been a Vault Hunter.
That kind of leads me into, so, story packs, extra, like, additional content. It's historically where Gearbox has been able to get, like, a bit weirder. It's how we ended up with a talking Soren, Badassosaurus. So was there anything for Mad Ellie that you were like, this is where I want to get weird, this is what is important to me, this is like what we're able to do and explore in this that maybe we couldn't be able to touch on in a main game?
So one of the things that I was really excited to kind of delve into was we were allowed to just make a horror experience. That's not something that we've done at Gearbox before, honestly.
Okay, all right. We're so fucking back. I literally, from DLC 4, okay? I mean, honestly, this is back from, like, TPS, dude. My favorite side mission in TPS was, it was, like, the Ghostbusters mission. I fucking love that. I've always loved the spooky side quests and shit in these games. My favorite section of BL3 is the Creed DLC in the Benediction of Pain, because that section of that DLC was kind of like a little mini, like, horror experience. Not, like, I mean, as horror as fucking Borderlands can get, but it was really fucking well done. I fucking loved that shit. when they do spooky stuff in this franchise, I think they fucking hit it out of the park. And for a long ass time, I was wanting a full, like, spooky DLC. Guns, Love, and Tentacles was, like, not entirely that. Like, it was spooky, but spooky backdrop with a lot of goofiness going on overall. If they actually go, like, full fucking spookster with this DLC, that could be kind of, that could be really cool. I'd be very down for that. I spent so much time in that level for a paper I wrote for uni about Krieg. It's a great fucking level. Like, just from the narratively, the design of everything, the vibe of it all, it's amazing, dude. The Benediction of Pain, I think, is one of the best segments in the entire franchise on so many different levels. And if they can capture the vibe of that, of going through that for the first time in this whole DLC, I think that would be fucking awesome. The entirety of the Fantastic Fustercluck was a really interesting psychological thing that branched into a kind of horror and was nice. Dude, Fustercluck got a lot of shit when it first launched, and I think it still gets a lot of shit today. I think it's one of the best DLCs ever. Like, I mean, I think BO3 as a whole just really blew it out of the water with DLC, but dude, Fustercluck, to me, this might be a bit controversial, but I think narratively, vibe, and excluding overall content that it added to the end game, because like Galactastic Voyage effectively gave the only end game to TPS that TPS had. So excluding that factor, just looking at it as a DLC itself, and again, like narratively, the aesthetic, the vibe, and everything, I think that Krieg's DLC was just a better execution of Galactastic Voyage, and that's an amazing DLC. Like, that is, to this day, one of the best DLCs ever in this franchise, and I think the Krieg one-ups it. Fustercluck has a really pretty skybox as well. Having Elpis in the background should help a ton when it comes to tone or any kind of desperate setting. High hopes here. Yeah, no, that actually, like, honestly, I'm on board with what they're saying they're going for here. I miss glitch weapons. Glitch weapons were so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that we were allowed to do that. Even from like silly jump scares to like these really long extended sequences where things are just really, really tense and we're just trying to like
that looks neat,
like
dude.
Creepier and weirder and stranger.
I just hope they keep it tight like
we
that.
Never had
I would love
that
mobbing
us to
sections
do that
to
in
just
any
be
real way
like
before.
that. Because honestly, that reminds me, the mission with like the clones or whatever, they did a spooky mission in BL4. It was kind of just a spooky order bunker, but it was really neat. Like, even then, that was one of my favorite side missions. It's probably one of the only side missions that I actually remember outside of like the Genevieve one, the one where you're putting a band together, and the weirdly horny like sad girl missile that was clearly someone's waifu in the writing room. Those are the 3 side missions I remember. Or 4, right? Yeah.
And so this DLC has been about letting our level art team go nuts with some really horrific,
beautiful,
weird shit.
That really
Josh,
looks cool.
Incubus is back. The Lodge is not
the guy
back,
who wants to
but
fuck
now
Threshers. That one I've tried to forget about.
That has quite the different atmosphere. What can players expect from it?
It's a very interesting place. We actually got to record a live jazz band just to kind of set the mood.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Definitely a very different...
Okay, all right. Again, I don't want to just sit here and pause every 5 seconds to fucking hate. We actually got to record a live jazz band. Dude, do you know how much shit BL3 recorded live? Like, why is that a flex? Because you don't have any fucking music in this game? Like, I don't know. I will say a lot. I feel like I'm probably being a little hatery. I'm just in that mood today, I guess. But I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of the things that they're saying that they are like supposed to be hype building and flexes, they come off more as like, well, why is that supposed to build hype, man? Like, that should just be what it is. We got to record a live jazz band. Dude, fucking Bounty of Blood had a whole ass song with lyrics written for it that builds as you progress through the fucking DLC. That's cooler than we recorded a live jazz band. I don't know. BO3 had the best music suite in the franchise. BO3's music was fucking incredible. It's wild how much it in contrast to this. Honestly, going from BO2 to BO4, BO2 still wins out. BO2 is still so much better. It would not be as much of a contrast as going from BO3 to BO4 music-wise. It's a wild fucking dip. I don't care about music. Why are they wasting time on this shit? Just tell me what cash does. Because they're trying to build hype. They're trying to hype people up because of all these other criticisms that they've gone. So without actually addressing the criticisms publicly, this is their way of being like, we're doing cooler things. By being like, oh, you guys are mad that there's no music? We went and recorded a live band for one song. I don't know. I don't know if it's one song, but yeah. BO4 is a soundtrack? You could call it that.
Feel whenever you get to go in there, and you'll be visiting that several times throughout the story.
And
You'll be visiting the lodge several times throughout the story? That's never been done before.
Basement.
Innovative.
And I won't say why, but it is awesome. But we have a huge cast here in this game, including some familiar fan favorites that are returning. Who could players expect to meet?
We have a number of characters coming back. Obviously, Ellie. She's right there in the title, so there's no hiding that. Also with Ellie will be Crazy Earl. Crazy Earl famously also on Sanctuary 3 down in the cargo hold with Ellie, and you'll kind of figure out why they both crashed together. We also have some returning characters from pre-sequel. Pickle is making his...
Wait! Oh, hold on! Actually pogging! Wait, what the fuck? Wait! What? My goat? Holy shit! Dude, he's back! He's fucking back! The goat fucking returns. That's crazy. Holy shit.
Famous comeback here. I know not everybody loved Pickle. He was kind of an annoying little brat in pre-sequel, but he's grown up.
Okay, it's wild that fucking Pickle comes back, but they cut Ava from the game. That's crazy to me.
He's many years older now, although he is still a dirty little thief.
Let's go, because he's British.
We've had a couple bounty packs released, but this, when we talk about like what you're going to get to be exploring this biome, what Pickle's sort of setting you up for, this is a full-ass, whole-ass experience, right? We're having main missions, side missions, contracts, kind of all those ways to explore the maps.
Pickle was secretly the 7th Siren the whole time, confirmed. Enemies. Honestly, I'd be so down.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Ava's in the second DLC.
We actually have some returning enemies from
I don't know, man.
The Dragons are making a
I think Ava's gone.
We have some other new enemies that we've never done before. The Dull Army is returning, but maybe in a slightly different format than you last remembered them. That'll be a lot of fun to discover.
Holy shit! Wait, that was actually dope. What the fuck?
Format than you last remembered them. That'll be a lot.
Fucking mech enemies.
A lot of fun to discover. Lots of main missions, side missions, micro missions, activities.
Hopefully, they're actually interesting.
That I think you're gonna have a lot of fun running through.
And I know, like, on the narrative side, like, some of the conversations we had with you, with, like, some of the writers who were working
Pickle
on
mogs
it, was, like,
Ava 100% of the time, though. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying Pickle was a hated character because he was an annoying little brat, as that man put it, and Ava, too, was a hated character because she was an annoying little brat. I'm shocked that Pickle returns, but they actively cut Ava from the game. And instead opted to just fucking massacre Amara. They took Amara out back and shot her in the head with the fucking cuck bullet.
So it was like having that conversation.
They had Amara sit on the couch while fucking Lilith fucked Mose up the asshole.
And then like having to learn Australian slang to make sure that it felt like authentic to that pre-sequel experience.
Pickle was the Ava's all along.
That was actually one of the things I wanted to make sure that we did right, because the pre-sequel was originally co-developed with 2K Australia, and they actually recorded all of the temp dialogue for the game while we were making it. And that sort of accidentally influenced that game to have a very Australian feel that we didn't really plan for. It just sort of happened. And so the bandit army that appears in pre-sequel,
Mozara all the way? Yeah, until BO4 when fucking Amara's entire character is, I need to go find Lilith. She's so cool and strong. I need to find Lilith.
We basically just said, okay, you guys are just Australian. It just really worked out for pre-sequel, and so whenever we were bringing the scavs back, we had to record all new Bandit dialogue, specifically with that Australian flavor, to really be true to them.
Thank God.
The journey that
the
you end up
Aussies are
taking
coming
in
back.
this DLC is extraordinary, right? You kind of start in this frozen tundra, and then you go into areas where you're like, how many tentacles is too many?
These are some new weapons, by the way.
And then you go into areas where you're like,
that's a new skin.
Right? You there's too many.
Whoops.
This frozen tundra, and then you go into areas where you're like,
that's a really cool looking skin.
How many tentacles is too
I
many?
really like that.
Like, and
you can probably pause and look at their shit, but I don't fucking care.
What is going on here? There's things that are tracking me, playing tricks on my eyes. You really ratchet up the horror element as this unfolds. You think you're getting something, you're comfortable with that one frozen biome, but you really explore areas both above ground and underground that I don't think players are going to expect.
That sounds like a fucking elder god.
Kind of talk about
I never got the hate for Pickle. I never did either.
Sort of
I love
the
Pickle.
entrance into those worlds and into those new areas.
Better get
so
a Nurse Nina
the story
Easter egg.
is really what's driving that whole experience. And in doing so, that really lets us have a much more deliberate experience, a much more controlled experience, so that we can make sure that like how weird something gets like increases the further into the story you get, or the difficulty of the enemies can increase and the complexity of the things they're able to do increases as you go progress through that whole story.
What level do they need to be to just start to get in? How accessible is
Talk
this
about
going
levels.
to be for someone to just pick up and start playing?
We actually have 2 ways to get into the new DLC. As long as you've completed the first 4 missions of the game, you will find a new mission is available to you in Zadra's lab, and you'll be able to start the new DLC directly from there. But if you wanted to start a new character, maybe because we just released a new character.
2 sirens, one with extra arms, one that has seen the future, and a girly with explosives, and a bear just spooky enough to count, I think. Probably.
You don't have to progress through anything. You can just start directly into it, and we will automatically create that character for you at an appropriate level of 13. That's basically the earliest that you can get into the DLC. And you can just start from there immediately.
Josh, what kind of went into some of this? Did you want a high element of discovery for players? Did you want to
skip like
play
BL3? Yeah, exactly.
More? Where was the balance you kind of struck there?
Discovery and exploration are always really huge for me specifically.
Pickle was years ago and go unnoticed. Ava's more recent and is a PR liability.
I started in this industry as a level designer, and wanting to build environments and sort of take players on a journey has always been the thing that I wanted to do the most when making games.
So we've got a whole new story to explore. We're getting main missions. We're getting side missions. We certainly didn't forget about all of y'all out there who enjoy photo mode and making your Vault Hunters look as customized as possible. We're going to have...
What? Photo mode? You can't take a fucking picture in the photo mode. Shut the fuck up about the photo mode that took 6 months to be added to this fuck-ass game where you can't even take a fucking photo. Sorry about that.
New skins for Echo 4, for your vehicles, and for the Vault Hunters. And not only that, but we are going to get new heads for all the Vault Hunters, including Cash. So don't worry, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to make your rogue character shine.
Oh, yeah. Lots
we'll
of
see Ava again in the second DLC for BL5.
Legendaries,
sure.
A couple of new pearls are coming, and a lot of bosses that you can fight over and over and over again to try to get those.
Nice.
Because now the 2 heads are cool for the siren.
Legendary
Cash for the Vault Hunter possible. We're gonna have new skins.
Where are the heads? Yeah, okay, so I'm really fucking tired of the heads being generic across every fucking character. Dude, BL fucking 3, actually every BL, aside from 4, there were some heads that were the same across all characters, but like DLCs and shit brought new heads for every single character. Yeah, costume heads kind of suck. It's really fucking... I like them when they're here and there, or for events or something. I don't like them when I'm buying a fucking DLC and that's all it is. I don't like them when that's just like what half the fucking vault card is. It's really fucking lame. Yeah, no alternate Vault Hunter bodies too also is lame. The cash heads are kind of cool, I guess.
to make your rogue character shine.
Oh yeah. Lots of player cosmetics coming. Lots of new legendaries. A couple of new pearls are coming.
Man, this guy's got fucking dead or alive in the background.
Fight over and over
Poor
and over
soul.
again to try to get those.
Nice.
You said lots of bosses. What's a ballpark number here?
I'd actually have to go look just to be sure. But yeah, we're trying to give you guys lots of guys to fight. Lots of fun to have.
I'd have to give you a ballpark number. Doesn't give a ballpark number. Okay. That was useful.
And there's going to be a legendary chase associated with each one of those bosses, right?
Oh yeah, we have dedicated drops for all those boss fights.
Every boss has a dedicated drop? Every boss has a dedicated drop? Every boss has a dedicated drop? That's crazy! That's insane! That's never been done before!
Fantastic. And that reroll machine's just going to be there ready to take your money so you can keep on going, right?
We
I
just
am
need
the
to give
lead
out a
enemy
random
designer.
number.
It is
What the
important
fuck?
for me that people can play the content that my team
Yeah.
made.
Nice.
He doesn't answer how many bosses there are, but he'll answer that every boss has a dedicated drop. Dude, that's crazy. That's wild. That's insane. That's never been done before. Revolutionary. Oh my god, bro. Oh my fucking god. I don't know, man. It's cooked. Like, this DLC is probably going to be great, but holy fuck, why can't they just talk about the game? Why are they so fucking cagey about literally everything?
All the bosses are going to be replayable in some form or fashion. Not all of them are tied with Moxie's replay machine, but the ones that are not will appear in one of our new activities, the Nightmare Rift.
Wait, that's actually big.
Ooh.
We actually have a new endgame activity that's actually kind of big. My eyes keep drifting up to the piss pants. Good.
Spooky.
But they have a live jazz band, Josh. That's true. They do have a live jazz band.
Go on. What is that?
Tell us more.
So the Nightmare Rift is sort of our new version of world bosses. It's a very similar concept with a
Sigh. Why are they incapable of conceiving of a single new fucking activity that doesn't involve bosses spawning in a bubble? Endgame content, yeah, fuck, man. Like, why can they not possibly comprehend? They can't get their neurons to fire in whatever fucking order it takes to get any content that isn't just more bossing. Unpause, maybe it's a square, true.
A little bit different flavor. We had to make it horror, so we made it horror.
Okay,
Now,
what does that mean?
Before we get it,
Moving on, we had to make it horror, so it's a little bit horror. It's a little bit horror. We had to make it horror, so it's a little bit horror. Cool. Anyways. Oh my god. Let's hear that whole thing again.
ooh, spooky.
Go on. What is that?
Tell us more.
So the Nightmare Rift is sort of our new version of world bosses. It's a very similar concept with a little bit different flavor. We had to make it horror, so we made it horror.
Now, before
I just love it. None of them even ask a question. No, it's like, oh, what does that mean? It's just like, now.
we maybe get into just a few questions that the community has been asking about this
Oh,
new
yeah.
content that is coming up, is there anything else that you desperately
Okay,
want to
but
make
what if
sure
it's
that
inside of a
people are
giant
thinking
pumpkin?
about or looking forward to, or maybe anything that you want to hint they might be experiencing in
Dude, I also
Battle?
like that the snowy spooky DLC, the big snowy spooky DLC, the DLC where you start in a snowy tundra and then it becomes spooky, is coming out in fucking spring. The snowiest and spookiest time of the year, spring. Like, There's no way this was like initially meant to launch this late. I'm sure when this was first being conceived of, it was supposed to launch around the same time as Jackpot.
One of the things that I am particularly proud of, and this is very silly.
We love silly.
I know. More than anyone else, and I'm just going to toot my own horn here, I am probably responsible for swimming existing at all in Borderlands.
No, you are. 100.
But why? Is this supposed to be, like, are we supposed to like this guy because he added swimming to a game where you don't swim? Like, do you guys remember when everyone was actually excited about this? Who has actually swam in this video game? The biggest section of swimming was just added with Stone Demon. Up until Stone Demon, you could go through the entire game without swimming. Like
100%.
But we did it in a very conservative
100%.
way.
That was totally you, bro. You added swimming. That was really cool of you. You're a cool fucking guy for adding swimming, bro. 100%. I'm being a fucking asshole.
For main game. And for the story pack, again, I'm always trying to push boundaries. And
you have to swim to one order bunker boss? Yeah, but you don't need to do the bunker bosses to beat the game.
Provide more ways for players to be able to explore the world around them. Full, real swimming. You can go underwater and explore all sorts of areas that you never had access to within the story pack itself.
Okay, I mean, that is, like, nice to hear, I guess. That there actually will be a reason to swim 6 months after launch in a DLC. I guess that's cool. Like, again, this is something that should have just been there. You know? I can't really get excited for that. When they showed swimming in the trailers, this is what I assumed they added swimming for. Was to explore underwater and so that they could hide cool things underwater. So why did it take 6 months and a paid DLC?
I'm glad that you finally got what you wanted.
I'm a very old man, and first-person shooters have been doing that since the mid-90s.
Gets his face back and instantly gets an
so
ego
it's
about
always
it.
been like, it's just another avenue of exploration, and it gives you such a different way to interact with the world when gravity doesn't really apply anymore.
Clearly, I don't have an ego about it. I'm not better than literally everyone on screen right now.
Vaults, right? A vault on Promethea is going to be different than a vault on Kairos. And so while this is Mad Ellie in the Vault of the Damned, this is going to be a different kind of vault. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So in this case, the vault really is sort of the culmination of this whole story that we're telling. It's kind of a dark and scary place, and it's really sort of more story driven than anything else.
So is this one going to be like a real vault?
Of all the narrative threads all meet in this one place together. Or
are they forgetting that
we can have players experience something truly horrific to see, but also, you know, it was a fun experience running through it.
We'll file this one under Spooky Vault, is what will
spooky.
Okay. But aren't all the vaults on Kairos built by the Timekeeper? I feel like we would have heard about a vault on Elpis. Are they saying this vault is on Elpis? Is that what they said? Hold on.
But it's really sort of more story driven than anything else, because it's really the focal point of all the narrative threads all meet in this one place together. Hopefully we can have players experience something truly horrific to see, but also, you know, it was a fun experience running through it.
We'll file this one under Spooky Vault, is what
Did I miss it?
Or Goofy Vault, depending.
Goofy,
no.
yeah. It's an app that's been doing that since the mid-90s.
Right. A vault on Promethea is going to be different.
Different way to interact with the world when gravity doesn't really apply anymore.
So in our Borderlands canon, there's a lot of different versions of vaults, right? A vault on Promethea is going to be different than a vault on Kairos. And so while this is
that even true? We've seen 2 different kinds of vaults. 3, I guess. There's the Great Vault, if you count that differently. But, like, most vaults have been the same. There was the Great Vault, and then there's the Kairos vaults, which were made by the Timekeeper. Can't stay for longer because I got to retake an Estonian test tomorrow because I'm dumb and failed, but right now I'm waiting for a friend's answer. Hey, brother, good luck. So I'm like, I don't even know if that's true, Miss Lead Narrative Designer. I think we've seen 3 types of vaults, and like I don't know if any of them really change depending on planet, except for the Kairos vaults.
Add Ellie in the Vault of the Damned. This is going to be a different kind of vault. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Why?
Sure. So in this case, the vault really is sort of the culmination of this whole story that we're telling. It's kind of a dark and scary place.
I guess there's a difference between vault monsters that guard the vault, vault monsters that are inside of the vault, or vault monsters that are the vault, the warrior. Yeah, I guess. But even then, that's not changing depending on planet, right? Like, that's what she's implying here, is that there's different vaults, or vaults are different depending on the planet. Which, I guess that's true for Elpis? But Elpis wasn't even really a vault, right? Elpis was a key with a guardian in a vault-like structure. Like, I don't think there was actually a vault on Elpis. So I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
And it's really sort of more story driven than anything else, because it's really the focal point of all the narrative threads.
He's
all
not even talking about the vault anymore.
Together. So
the vault is the end point of the DLC. That's all he said about it.
Hopefully we can have players experience something truly horrific to see.
Motherfucker
but
talking
also,
like he's in a job
experience
interview.
Running through it.
We'll file this one under Spooky Vault, is what we'll...
Spooky.
Or
yeah.
Goopy Vault, depending.
Goopy,
No.
yeah. It's an absolute mess. It's, yeah, the level artists...
It was a vault that held information on how to find and use the warrior. I can't remember, if, like, was Elpis actually a vault, though? Because it did, like, hold something. So I would kind of think it is. But can a vault key have a vault on it? Did Elpis even... Or did the Elpis vault even require a key? I need to replay TPS.
Really went overboard. Way overboard with some of it.
No such thing with horror.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but in the grossest way possible.
Nice.
All right, let's move on to community questions.
All right, so just a few of our community
Why
questions.
are you
I'm not
gay
gonna
and
throw anything
retarded?
too hard at you. So, will there be new trophy achievements that people can get with this new content?
Who asked this? Who asked this? Dude, you know how far they probably had to dig to find this community question? Bro, they scrolled to the bottom of the tweet to find this shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, there are new achievements with the story pack.
No one asked that, yeah.
People are wondering what class Cash is going to be.
We know the community's always been looking for those
They just
awesome robot
made that
characters
up.
that we're known for. So yeah, our new robot is Cash, the Rogue.
And just
The Rogue. We going back to BL1 with these class titles. We going right back to BL1. The Rogue. No, that's his class title. That's what that question was. He is Cash, the Rogue, on his title card. That's the question they just answered there. That's his title. You know, you got Harlow the Gravitron, or Gravitron. You got Rafa the Exo Soldier, Vex the Siren, but I mean, there's always the Siren. I don't remember what Amon's was. He was like the Forge Master or some shit. Gravitar, yeah. So you get Harlow the Gravitar, Rafa the Exo Soldier, Amon the Forge Knight, Cash the Rogue. Like, dude, not something cool like Hex Slinger? Yeah, like Luckmaster? Like, fucking, I don't know. Fucking literally anything other than the Rogue. The Shaw Mechanic, yeah. I don't know, like... Could have been... Literally anything there would have been better. BL4 will never have swag at this rate. It's completely swagless. We're looking at this motherfucker on the screen right now, and we're saying that this game is swagless. Like, that's how dire things have been. This is the most swagged out motherfucker I have ever seen in my life. And yet, zero swag.
Just a heads up.
Kind of wild.
Next week, you'll get your first look at cache gameplay. And Josh, people who are firing up new characters that have already played through the game, they've wanted something for a while. They want shared progression. What are we doing in that regard?
We're giving them shared progression is what we're doing.
Only 6 months after launch, when no one's playing the fucking game. Like, I am very fucking cynical. Like, I'm gonna be completely 100% honest here. I am so fucking cynical about this game at this point. But, like, it's warranted, right? Like, it's fucking time to be fucking cynical. Like, I'm sorry. I think it's fucking warranted to be cynical at this point. How am I supposed to be excited about shared progression when we're sitting at 3,000 fucking players and it's been 6 months? How am I supposed to be excited about something that people have been fucking telling you this needs to happen? We need better progression. We need fucking level fixes. We need a level cap increase. We need bug fixes. These characters need fucking balance changes so that they can have actual build diversity. For 6 fucking months, how can I literally get excited about anything? Anything? When it has taken 6 months and a drop from 300,000 players to 3,000, a 10th. Or, excuse me, a 100th of the fucking player base. When it takes 6 months to do something, to do literally anything. Yeah, the photo mode that you can't even take a fucking photo in, the photo mode that doesn't have a hotkey, the photo mode that doesn't pause the fucking game when you first enter it. I use photo mode. Photo mode is fantastic for content creation. Photo mode is huge for content creation. You know, that thing that fucking gives a video game free promotion? The thing that had that launched with, creating fucking thumbnails and shit for their game would have been infinitely easier for the people giving their game free promotion. That's who uses photo mode. Like, genuinely, I think photo mode is a bigger deal than most people think. Because most people don't use it. But the problem is the people that do use it are important to building the community. I'd rather have the game be good than photo mode. Well, here's the thing. Those aren't mutually exclusive. BL3 launched with a fantastic photo mode from day one. And it was great. Wonderlands also launched with photo mode day one. It was fucking beautiful for content creation. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't want to, I'm not here to be like, hey, everyone in my chat right now, you shouldn't be excited for anything that's happening. But I'm like, I'm explaining why. This is why I feel that it's so, it's too little too late. Because, like, what's BL3 sitting at? But, like, how do you get excited about shared progression when the game is already at this state? Like, we should have had shared progression fucking 1 month in. We should have had the stupid ass, like, level gating a month in. We should have been having 1 million more balance changes a month in. This should have been a completely different fucking game, meta-wise, from day one by now. And we're still rocking the same fucking meta from the first week. The meta has not changed. We've gotten some new guns added to it. But for the most part, it's Atlas Jacobs fucking Kroot. Atlas Jacobs the Crudes. That's the meta. Forza's doing better than I thought it was comparatively, but 3 has a 1/3 of the peak player count. It's been 6 years. Dude, I mean, like, it fucking, BL3 still does well, and you also have to remember, most of the people still playing BL3 We peaked at 3,000 here. Most of the people still playing BL3 are not playing BL3 on Steam. That is the other thing to remember with this. A vast majority of the people that are still playing BL3 are playing either on console or the Epic Game Store, which we don't have numbers for. Because most of the people that are diehard on 3 probably bought it day one on Epic. So, like, there's still a huge amount of unaccounted for players. BL4 is the same way. Like, BL4 also has players unaccounted for, of course, on console and on Epic. But there's not nearly as many PC players on Epic as there's going to be for BL3. So genuinely, you can probably very safely at least double this count for PC players. At least double it. Borderlands 2, I think, is still at, like... I think Borderlands 2 still sits around 2,000 to 3,000 as well. Sometimes it hits up to 4, yeah. Like, BL2 and BL3 are very similar. And then BL4 is fucking hemorrhaged. Like, it's just too little too late. Player count doesn't matter to me, but there's plenty of things that should have been done by now. Player count doesn't matter to you, but it matters to the fucking devs, to the shareholders, to the fucking lifespan of this game. Like, this is the... we're never getting a Season Pass 2 for BL4. I would not be surprised if they're already hard at work on BL5. For this DLC save BL4, maybe not. I don't think there's any save in BL4 at this point. They need to do a full 180. Like, this game needs to... It needs to get the support that BL3 had, and it needed to get it 3 months ago, minimum. Did they talk about anything of substance so far? Feels like they've scraped the dust off the top and left us with nothing. Pretty much. Like, I don't know. What did we get so far? We have, they mentioned the pre-sequel. They mentioned what the story is about. Talked about that they're going for horror, which is cool. Pickle's coming back. I think that's the only thing of actual substance that they've really talked about. Everything else has been kind of nothing. Oh, we have actual swimming sections, which I guess is cool. But again, like, why wasn't that there from the start if they added swimming to this game? Why didn't we have underwater sections to explore previously? Cyberpunk 2077 story can still happen for this game. I think it's just a bit unlikely. They just need to start patching it, but they aren't. I'm pretty sure even 2077 had bigger patches by now. Didn't that game start making its comeback within 6 months? Let's look at what the patch for today was. Let's go look at what today's patch was for this game, okay? Minor update notes. Spawn rate of loot variant enemies and the value of their loot are each increased for a limited time. Finally, a little weekly event. That's crazy. Oh, wait, that's it? Oh, the Ordinite processor canisters just fucking throb now? Oh. Oh, that's it. Oh. What are we at? This is March 12th. Oh, look. Whoa. Wait, what? Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa, are you guys seeing this? Wait, whoa. March 12th, 2020. Causing typhus sometimes. Okay, so bug fix. Sometimes not dropping loot at the correct rate. characters. We're looking to go over each of the Vault Hunters to identify any inconsistencies in gameplay. Some of these concerns will have to be addressed via patches, but for issues such as incorrect values being listed, we're adjusting move the gunner's general winter minigun damage penalty and cryo penalty, adjusted exploding bullet store to match its current damage output, which was sometimes higher than stated on the description. Furious attack store, where sometimes rounding its values and making the store description and damage output appear inconsistent. Hunter's eye store, where the store description was sometimes not showing values from incorrect fields. Location and rebalancing. Various areas and side missions on Necrotafeo should now match the average level of players. Enemies in the Anvil should now match the average level of players. Sickle, boom prefix was sometimes not receiving the buff from last week's hotfix. Boomer, increased weapon damage. Garcia, increased the fire rate and numbers of projectiles. Hellfire, increased weapon damage and damage over time. Hyperfocus, increased weapon damage. Link, increased weapon damage. Nemesis, increased weapon damage. Nibblejack, increased weapon damage and a 100% bonus crit damage multiplier on it. Ogre, increased weapon damage. One Pump Chump, increased weapon damage. Poison's Thorns, increased weapon damage. Fucking Sawbar, increased weapon damage and adjusted the timing of one of the 3 projectiles split to be sooner. Skeksil, increased the extra projectile damage. And the Tank Man Shield, increased maximum damage cap by 200%. And the percent damage awarded per kill. This was meta-changing, by the way. You know what's hilarious? This genuinely was a random-ass patch that I fucking did not anticipate to actually be what this was. I remember this patch happening. This was the I talk about it a lot, okay? This is actually genuinely a patch I talk about a lot on stream. Because I was in fucking English class. This is the patch when I say, man, I remember I would read the fucking patch notes in English class and get so excited to get home and hop on the game. This is the fucking patch that I remember. This is actually crazy. But no, this is the patch I remember because I remember Boomer buff, Garcia buff, Hyperfocus buff. Dude, I was hyped with these buffs. I came home and I immediately grabbed the Boomer out of my bank. But this was this was meta changing. Was this the big Roizens one? Yeah, I think this was the last Roizens one. Yeah, this was the 100%. Or no, this was the initial one. Never mind. This was the first buff, which at the time was also still pretty big. Remember, this was pre-Mayhem. Or pre-Mayhem 2.0. Mayhem 2.0 was April, I believe. So this was still big. Like, this patch literally shifted the meta. Tankman Shield was still kind of iffy. It was better. It was much better. Skeksil became relevant again, I believe. Sawbar became an absolute menace because the Sawbar was already pretty decent before this. Sawbar became a genuine contender in the meta. Roizen's Thorns was really good. One Pump Chump. Again, this was one that was already pretty damn good. This brought it up into proper meta status. Ogre was still iffy. Nibblejack was alright. Nemesis became incredibly, incredibly good. The Link became incredibly, incredibly good. The Hyperfocus became amazing here. The Hyperfocus became fucking fantastic here because I believe this was prior to bonus projectiles, like the additional projectile shit being changed. So we still had the bonus projectiles that this would summon with bonus elements. So I think this was when the Hyperfocus became a proper fucking SMG. Hellfire was still kind of shit. Garcia was amazing after this. Garcia was genuinely, I think, one of the best shotguns in the game during this time. Boomer was all right, and then the Sickle was just made to consistently be absolutely busted. Yeah, no, this was amazing. We got proper progression changes. We got fucking consistency changes, a buff to fucking General Winter, and some bug fixes. Like, this is a perfect example of what the average patch for BL3 was. And again, March 12th, 2020, literally the same fucking day that for BL4, March 12th, 2026, 6 years later, we get a mini event. We get a visual change. And then we get 3 thing, and it's just weeklies. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to fucking say about this shit. time and time again, they show that they do not give a fuck to fix this game, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. They need to fucking turn this shit around. They need to actually fucking patch this game. They need to actually give it substantial updates every single week. Because again, dude, well, let's just keep going back. Let's just keep going back, dude. Let's keep going back until we find some that doesn't have a, like, I think this one is one of the few only patch fixes. Balance for Tony Bordell. Yeah, no, this is just fucking bug fixes. But, dude, this is more bug fixes than we fucking get per week currently. Oh, yeah, here's a bunch of fucking, that's event, bunch of shit. True takedown mode, rare spawns and drop rates, red chest riches event. Like, dude, it's, again, this is a smaller one because this was, I think, yeah, this was January 9th. This is the first patch when they came back. And this is still fucking bigger than what we got previously. Like, it keeps fucking going. It just keeps coming. We just kept getting patches. Oh, there we go. This is the only non-good patch, pretty much. This was the only one where he had a single bug fix. That was the only one that I counted as a nothing patch when I was doing my counting of these. And it came right after fucking Mollywan Takedown. And all these other fucking changes. Like, how do we go from this to what BL4 is? How did this happen? This is why, like, I mean, Ivy said it earlier too. This is why it feels like this game just wasn't made by people that want to make it. This is a game made by people that want to make it. This is what you get when there's people that actually give a fuck about making this game as good as it can be. This is what we should be seeing if they gave a single fucking shit. But they don't. It's been 6 months. And we haven't, dude, I'm telling you, we've barely seen a single patch that looks like this. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Maybe BL5 I want to come back. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're just not premium gamers anymore. No, you don't understand. BL4 balancing is perfect. No notes, and underbarrels aren't one-shotting the Ordinite bosses at true UVH6. Yeah, that's the fucking biggest cope I think I see, and I don't know why it's so widespread. Did a YouTuber say that? Did that come from a YouTuber? Was there a YouTuber that said that BL4 is perfectly balanced and there's no issues? Because I'm just like, with the amount that I see that around without people actually defending that point and just like repeating it, I'm like, that had to have just been said by some big YouTuber. Max Cope. Yeah, like, I don't know how the fuck you say BL4 is a balanced game or the most balanced. Again, balance doesn't even fucking matter in this franchise. The only balance that should matter, or like the only metric of balance that is realistic to actually care about in this franchise is build diversity. And BL4 right now, I would say, based on that, is the least balanced game in this franchise because we have no fucking build diversity. I don't know fucking who. Yeah, no, I don't even know like any large YouTubers that are defending this game or anyone in the community, really. Like any public figure in the community. Moxie's fucking sick of this game. I think Jolts and K6 still play it. K6 plays it, but I know K6 is not a fan of it. Or like he's not a fan of the direction that this game is going. Volts is? True. Jolts is playing fucking Terraria, I think. Just the community being gremlins. It's a PvE game. Stop nerfing stuff, crowd. Yeah, which is fucking hilarious to hear, by the way. I love that, like, I have genuinely seen some people that are not a fan of nerfs, but then also in like the same fucking message say, well, actually the game's balanced anyways, so it doesn't need nerfs. I'm like, I don't know. Let's finish this video. That was a big ass tangent.
Yeah, so actually that includes a lot of different things here, many of which you've asked for. So we've got SDUs are now shared between all of your characters.
No, I don't think
travel station.
I don't think anything needs to be nerfed right anymore. I think everything's balanced in that sense, where there's nothing that's like egregiously broken. I think other things need to be bumped up to where the strong stuff currently is. Like, I don't think Blood is Power should be nerfed. I think Blood is Power should be the baseline. Because Blood is Power feels fucking fantastic to build around. I think Nuke Cap should be the baseline. Like, I think the shit that is strong and meta-defining right now is only strong and meta-defining because of what it is. The only thing I think should be nerfed, assuming the damage formula is going to stay untouched, is Amp. I think Amp is utterly ridiculous to exist as a multiplier in a completely additive damage formula. But I really just don't think the damage formula should be additive. It would be such a huge fucking change, and I know it'll never happen because of that. But man, if they would just fucking make it multiplicative again... They would just make it multiplicative again. Even the strong stuff feels kind of weak sometimes, so much is hinging on really good rolls. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the problem with gear-based balancing. That's the problem with gear-based balancing that I've been saying. Man, when was my first video on... hold on. Let me go to... where's my channel? Where is my channel? Oh, there it is. God, what was it? Do I have it on a playlist? I think I had a BL4 playlist. Yeah, here we go. I think I've been saying the gear-based balancing thing since... Oh, no, never mind. I never fucking updated this. I don't know. There's some video. If I see the thumbnail, I'll fucking recognize it. Here's this one. Yeah, this, so I've been saying this since 10 fucking months ago, fellas. I think this is where I go over all my fucking concerns about it. And this video, I'm telling you, it's aged beautifully. Unfortunately, it's aged beautifully. But, yeah. Gear-based balancing is really fun, guys. I love needing very specific roles to play the game.
How much of the map that you've sort of
balance is fine. That's why I always equip the Shatterweight class mod on Amon. It's a breakdown of the DLC's content in the news tab on the website if you want to go over it. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. All right, let's keep going.
By exploring the world, but also other things like collectibles out in the world and activities you may have already completed. So you shouldn't feel compelled to have to redo every single thing every time that you're going to start a new character if you just want to re-experience that story.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Gearbox DevCast.
Okay, so
we really appreciate
that's it for
your
community
feedback
questions.
On Pack too. We are creeping and peeping in all those comment sections to see,
no,
hey,
you aren't.
Where do we need to make some adjustments, or how are you feeling about the content?
And we've
okay, so they're saying that they're seeing where they need to make the adjustments. They just aren't making adjustments.
We've already made some of those adjustments already and changes to
Bounty
Pack 2 content.
Have you made some of those adjustments already? Do you guys want to put them in the game, maybe? Do you guys want to fucking update that? You guys want to fucking throw that shit out there for everyone? If you guys have made those adjustments, maybe start releasing them. Because I don't see them. I don't see them, man. I started a playthrough of BL4. I'm still fucking smacked across the ass real fucking hard by enemies that are 20 levels above me. When's that adjustment gonna make it live, huh? Maybe a little bit of that?
We'll have more pearls on the way. We just talked about Mad Alley. There will be new pearls in Mad Alley, as well as in our next raid. We're just getting started with the pearls, so expect many more in the future.
And most importantly, we're going to be at PAX.
We're
definitely going to be sharing more on Cash, and we can't wait to see you there.
Before we go, we have one more thing for you. The world premiere of the first trailer of Mad Alley and the Vault of the Damned. Enjoy.
They didn't say anything about levels, but there's no fucking way this doesn't come with a level cap increase. I straight up refuse to believe it doesn't. That is definitely Aaron, though.
They wash up here. The dread wind
Pickle my goat.
Expecting you.
You see that? They're always trying to.
No shot they drop the cap increase with the takedown. I fucking hope not.
Some just don't feel right around these parts.
Another realm conquered, Kanansi. Come a little closer. Like a little
Is that his voice? Was that Cash? Ew. That's not... Where's the modulation? Why does he just sound like a guy? Or was that just Rafa? It kind of just sounded like Rafa.
Some just don't feel right around these parts.
Another realm conquered, Kanansi. Come a little closer.
That just sounds like Rafa.
Like a little dimension.
No, that's Rafa.
Another day, another nightmare. Ugh.
Why is he just a dude? Why is he just a dude? Where, like, there's no modulation on his voice or anything. Give me back ProZD. Dude, they genuinely should have just got him again. Fuck, man. He doesn't sound like a fucking robot.
Some just don't feel right around these parts.
Another realm conquered, Kanansi. Come a little closer.
Like, that's a new voice. BO4 is anti-AI, they don't fuck with robots. Where's my Clanker voice? What the fuck, dude? Could they not afford it? Did the game not sell well enough for them to fucking modulate his voice? Dude, I can do that in 2 seconds in fucking DaVinci Resolve. Are you kidding? Some fucking guy from the Bayou? Yeah, right? They didn't even go thick enough with that, dude. If they just, like, went full fucking, like, Southern Bayou with his voice, I'd be way more down with it. It's such a boring-ass voice. No swag. Again, Cash is somehow swagless. That is wild how little swag the most swagged out motherfucker has. What did that say? Okay. Cool. Oh, so why is this the you wouldn't download a car font? Are you guys seeing that? That's not just me, right? Dude! You wouldn't skip a DLC. Bro. That's crazy. Why was that one yellow? What? Why is that turning yellow? Bro, they added the piss tier. That's crazy. You wouldn't uninstall a game.
You are playing a rigged game.
Wait, what did you say?
You are playing a rigged game.
Did he just call them gay? Did he just call them a rigged gay? Did he just dual wield? It kind of looks like it. He is most certainly dual wielding pistols. Welcome back, Nisha.
You are playing a rigged game.
That seems like one of his action skills, as he just whips out the two fucking gats. He definitely just called them gay, though.
You are playing a rigged game.
You're playing a great game. I think he's saying you're playing a rigged game. But he is not saying M. He's just calling people gay. You're playing a rigged gay. Yeah, it was kind of fucking nothing, I'm gonna be honest. That was 17 minutes of jack shit that I managed to turn into an hour of me being schizophrenic. Anyways, you said there was in the news, game info, latest news. So yeah, this is all the shit that's included. New legendary pearlescent loot. Huh, I wonder which of these is the pearlescent loot. Can you guys guess what of these guns is the pearlescent loot? Do you guys want to take a wild guess as to what of this loot is pearlescent? Do you think maybe it's the 3 that look identical to each other for some fucking reason? Because for some... Why do all the pearls share a skin? Why do they share a fucking skin? The pink gun. I don't know, man. I don't know. Pearls suck dick. It is what it is. Phosphine, but fuchsia. Is it the ones that are all the same? Yeah. Like, it's a fine skin, but why do all 3 of them have to share the same skin? You make a new skin for... Actually, not all of these aren't even new. Because, hold on, I think... Yeah, no, the gold one's definitely not new. That's used by many different guns. That looks like the linebacker skin. I don't even know if that is skinned. I think these 3 are new. Or no, these 4 are new, I believe. Sick. Just cosmetics. Cash the Rogue. What a cool fucking name for that guy. What a swagged out motherfucker. Certainly. Swagged out individual. What are these cosmetics? Fucking lame. Put skins on comms now? What do you mean? Oh, wait. No, they did just throw fucking class mods and grenades into there. Why? Those aren't cosmetics. Who made this? Is the fucking graphic designer... Do they even play the fucking game? That's shields, too. These are just shields, grenades, and fucking class mods that they've thrown into cosmetics. Malicious cosmic entity threatens Kairos. The madness lingers on the frigid wind. Join forces with the plucky Take-No-Mess Ellie, mechanic extraordinaire and daughter of Moxie, on a quest to destroy an alien monolith and enter the accursed Vault of the Damned. Brave the icy wastes of the Whispering Glacier, a frozen expanse littered with the husks of derelict ships and dark secrets. Though you may see and kill things that mortals were never meant to witness, fear not. The peculiar proprietor Mancubus Bloodtooth, my goat, is your humble guide through all things otherworldly. Okay. Latest episode of the DEVCAST. Major update that has... Okay, shared progression. How many... Do you guys want to bet that this is like the only thing in that major update aside from the DLC? Yeah, I also bought the Fuck You Idiot, Give Us Your Money edition of the game, too. No Butcher Rose. Yeah, what kind of pisses me off about Cash is he seems like if Butcher Rose was ever going to be a Vault Hunter, it kind of seems like Cash is just what she would have been. At least from, like, what we've seen of him so far. Is that an Amon class mod I'm not going to use over the Shatterweight? Probably. Cash the Rogue. Casino bot with a new lease on life. High stakes card game. He gained a magical deck that imbues him with eldritch boons. This would be a cursed trophy for most people, but for a robot who has been able to game the solar system's casinos and battlefields with statistical knowledge. I've been able to game the casinos and battlefields with statistical knowledge. What a fucking nerd. What a fucking dork-ass mother. Zero swag, I'm telling you. Zero fucking swag. Tell him to play nothing safe, always bet on himself, and take as many risks as possible. It's the first of 2 new Vault Hunters coming to Borderlands 4 via paid story packs. Cash is playable across the entire game. You can experience everything on Kairos using Cash's unique set of skills, all while hearing how fascinated he is by anything dependent on chance. So he's just autistic. Bro's just out here stimming. Bro, you're gonna be playing Cash and he's just gonna start stimming, dude. Autistic robot, yeah. No, Cash is cool, but I don't know, man. Get the Cash the Rogue. Swagless. Rogue class is all about going for broke as a devil-may-care gambler, bending luck in your favor to make quick work of enemies. In the Gearbox DevCast, Josh just... No, I didn't. I didn't do shit. Sleight of hand when Wait. In the Gearbox DevCast, Josh discusses one of Cash's unique actions to a sleight of hand. When activated, Cash draws cards from his randomized deck and throws them to unleash powerful spells. No, he didn't! Did he? Did I miss that? No, the fuck he didn't! No, he didn't. You need to play it backwards. Hold on. Do they have a B-side with the sometimes if there's a, what is it? The like text or the dub, you can have a secondary dub that you have to play through. They wrote the script then ignored it. That sucks. Me when I lie? Like what? Bro didn't even watch the fucking DevCast. Oh my god, dude. That's wild. We'll fully reveal Cash's gameplay next Monday, March 16th, including a rundown of his 3 actions to his distinctive trade and 3 skill trees. Be sure to check back. The Whispering Glacier. New region of Kairos. Iridium pierced through the ground. Wait. Across these icy wastes, colossal shards of iridium pierce through the ground, and the atmosphere is choked by perpetually stormy weather. If you survive the aggressively Arctic climate, you might bear witness to gruesome sights like rivers of blood and gargantuan growths of pulsating flesh. Like my dick. These horrific overgrowths, not like my dick, create new exploration opportunities as they can be destroyed later in the mission progression of Mad Valley and the Vault of the Damned to unlock new areas, loot, and puzzles. Whispering Glacier also introduces a new world boss mechanic. Let's go! Where communing with the Eldritch Trees warps you to a nightmarish dimension where a random boss awaits new prey. Cool. So it's literally just, it's a world event, but you go to a new arena. Oh, you go to a new arena. Oh, you get to fight a boss in a new arena. Oh! That's awesome. That's sick. That's really cool. I think it's really cool and really good for the game. And I love bossing. I love bossing in Borderlands 4. I love sitting here and fucking killing bosses over and over again with the same fucking build on every single character. I love bossing. I love fucking Jacobs, and I love fucking Atlas, and I love fucking Daedalus Shotgun. I love Torg Sticky. Oh my god, I love fucking bossing. I love Witchy Triggerfinger. I like spamming stickies at fucking bosses over and 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 over again. Holy shit. Holy shit! So is that just non-targeted farming? Who fucking knows? It's just world bosses in a new fucking arena. I'd be like, that's probably maybe how you get the new pearls. I assume that's how you get the new pearls. But like, they didn't say that. And I feel like, I don't know why they wouldn't say that if that was how you get the new pearls. So, I don't fucking know, man. In order to access the Whispering Glacier region, you'll first need to complete the A Lot to Process mission in the Fade Fields. Its content is recommended for Vault Hunters of level 13 or higher. By owning Story Pack 1, you can also roll a new Vault Hunter that slips directly to the Mad Alley in the Vault of the Damned content at level 13. Whoa, I've never seen that before. Borderlands Hunters definitely recognize returning faces in Story Pack 1, familiar with Moxie. Oh, and obviously Ellie. Oh, I know that name. Chance to reunite with oddballs like Mancubus, Pickle, and Crazy Earl. The self-contained story doesn't require prior knowledge to be enjoyed. If If you're meeting these characters for the first time, we're certain you'll love them just the same. Ain't no one. There is no one that has not played this franchise before that is still playing this game. I'm sorry, man. There is fucking no one that is not playing this game based on the sunk cost fallacy at this point. It ain't happening. Someone should devote their life to mod BL4 so we can play as BL3 Vault Hunters so that I can have a little fun. Dude, additive Zane would go crazy. Holy shit. Key jingle after key jingle. That's literally all the dev stream is, and that's so far what this article is. I mean, genuinely, that's just kind of all BL4 is it's jingling keys to distract from the fact that they didn't actually make a video game. Goes for some enemies you'll encounter in the Whispering Glacier, many of which will be familiar if you've explored Elpis in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Am I pogging enough for them? Is this the reaction they wanted? Are they happy that I'm pogging as much as I am? I can only assume that this is what they wanted. It's for people to point and go. Everything in the Whispering Glacier wants you dead. You have to contend with the new threat. What isn't? This is the game. You have to contend with new threats that include 2 major boss. We're getting 2 bosses. This is why that guy didn't give a ballpark guess. No wonder the guy didn't give a ballpark guess. Because, like... Okay. Okay, so here's the problem. Here is the problem, okay? Borderlands 4 has not at all ever been consistent with what their terminology is whenever they talk about things. And I think that this is intentional to a degree. I think it's intentional so that they can say things that sound really cool. And then, like, it doesn't actually mean anything, okay? This is pretty much all they do on Twitter. Anytime anyone tweets out anything about this game, it ends up being fucking bullshit or, like, technically correct, but doesn't actually matter, okay? And so, this could mean so many different things. The way that I'm thinking about this, okay, we have an open world. All right, we have an open world here. This is an extension to the open world. So presumably with that, we can use the idea of what this means in the open world sections. So what I presume a major boss is like a Vault or Callus or the Timekeeper, you know? A major fucking boss. Mini bosses are probably things like Driller Hole, Order Bunkers, things that are just renamed enemies instead of entirely new bosses, okay? Damn, this shit sucks. Like, we get 2 bosses. I have so many complaints about me before, it's fucking exhausting. Yeah. Like... Let's go see, how many bosses did Bounty of Blood have? Major bosses, okay? We had, what the fuck was his name? Carlos? Crom? Not Crom. It wasn't Crom. It was fucking... He drops the Stone Thrower. Actually, I guess the easier way to do this is to go to weapons, content. There we go, Bounty of Blood. So let's see. Ruiner, so that's 1. Bellic Primus is 2. That is kind of just a renamed enemy, but like that's definitely a major boss. Quartermaster. Cormash. And there we go. So that's 4. That's 4. That's double the amount of major bosses that we're getting in this one, which is coming 6 months after the game released, and is one of 2 major story DLCs. And we're getting 2 bosses. All right. 16 mini bosses, though. I mean, we'll see what that means, but I feel like it's a pretty safe bet that that's probably just like order bunker bosses or shit that's just renamed enemies. I thought we were getting 4 story DLCs. No, Tuckered Out. You're mistaken. We're getting 2. That's why it's been 6 months since release for us to get this one. We're getting 2 story DLCs. But don't worry, they come. Jingle Jingle. Hold on, do I have anything I can jingle for you? Jingle Jingle. We're getting 2 DLC Vault Hunters. People love DLC Vault Hunters. Don't you love DLC Vault Hunters? Jingle Jingle. DLC Vault Hunters. Jingle Jingle Jingle. Ignore that there's only 2 DLCs. DLC Vault Hunters. Each comes with a DLC Vault Hunter. Jingle Jingle. Empowered Staller, Empowered Gron, Wendigo, and Eleanor/Vincent. I mean, the reason I don't want to use that one is because fucking Scholar and Gron are fucking lame as hell bosses. Jackpot, though, yeah. Replicator, Scrap Traps, Freddy, and Jackpot. Oh, Jingling Keys. The entire thing will be a single district. How Soul and Septus are the main bosses. No, so the entire it's part of the open world. It's being extended onto the open world map, I believe. Call the Vault bosses a tier higher than someone like Primus or Cormash, you know? So maybe we get a Vault boss. I mean, I guess maybe. Like, maybe it's saying that these are 2, like, final boss tier enemies, but I don't know. I assume that this is probably saying it's like it's the final boss and then another boss that's like Callus or something. Like that tier. Two story DLCs and 5 bounty packs. Honestly, I think Gearbox did this because they wanted to have a second DLC pass with 2 more story DLCs and additional small content. Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna fucking happen. Where were we? You carry your way through plenty of Kragans and Scavs. Jingle, jingle. But your deadliest adversaries will be grizzled soldiers of the Dahl Legion. Dahl, jingle, jingle. Who abandoned their posts on Elpis to wreak havoc on Kairos. The Dahl's armed forces are coming to Borderlands 4 as part of Story Pack 1. Josh clarifies that Dahl manufactured weapons are not. No, he didn't! Again. Dude, is this written by AI? Hold the fuck on. Like, actually, hold on. God, that's worse. I kind of wished it was written by AI, because that just didn't happen. Was this the same one? No, let's try it one more time. Let's try another one. So probably not. Let's do one more. This is the one I usually use, I think. Like, they just went off script, surely? Like, literally, that didn't happen. This literally did not happen. So this is it, huh? Not a methed out scream, but a silent fent lean. How do I pin a message to my fucking Twitch chat forever? Josh did not do these things. He didn't. Filthy fucking clankers. They're slandering Josh. They literally are. I also love that they actually, like, wrote this. Like, dude, the fact that this was even supposed to be in that video and is in this article is just such a fuck you to anyone who's like, I don't know, why is Daedalus not just Doll? Why does Daedalus fucking exist? Grab a screen and put it in the cord. That was an all-timer. I'm just gonna throw that in announcements. Fuck it. There we go. I think that's the first pin in announcements. First and only pin in announcements. Oh my god, dude. The Steam store page still says 4 story DLCs. I don't know where people are getting just 2 from. I don't think I've ever heard them say that there's going to be 4 story DLCs. I've only ever seen them acknowledge 2. Today's letter of the day is A stands for ah, because that's what I'm feeling right now. But it's an isolated planet. It would have its own weapons ecosystem. We're taking the story seriously. Please buy the Ultimate Edition. There's still tons of exciting new loot to chase across the Whispering Glacier. Speaking of which, 2 new legendary shields, 2 legendary grenades, 2 legendary heavy weapons, 5 legendary class mods, 1 per Vault Hunter, 10 new legendary weapons, and 3 pearlescent weapons. So, like, is Cash is not just gonna have 1 legendary class mod, right? Maybe they say that here. Including 2 new grenades, 2 heavy weapons, 2 shields, and 5 class mods. With these additions, you'll be able to cook up even more powerful Vault Hunter builds. No, we won't. We need more fucking points. We can't cook up shit unless we get more points. Big free and paid content updates. These weapons like the manifestation of ordinate corruption across the darker corners of Kyrus. Very levels discussed where no matter which edition there's some pearlescent gear will require ownership pay DLC. Okay, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. The rogue is so fucking retarded. Oh, a nice little instruction manual if you need to know how to send the money. I heard 4 bounty packs. Yeah, no, I remember 4 bounty packs and then 2 story DLCs. That's all I remember hearing about. But then we're getting 5 because the first one was free. But no, I feel like, why aren't they... We're getting more class mods. It's just that they should all be for cash, unless we're literally only getting this class mod for cash with his release. But I highly doubt that's happening. But the fact that they're not saying anything about it is, like, mildly concerning. A month until summer. Wait. Why would you say it like that? Who wrote this? 1 piece of content a month until summer with Raid 2 in April and the takedown in May. Dude, whoever fucking wrote this needs to be executed. Take them out back. What the fuck are you saying? Who typed these words in this order? 1 piece of content a month until summer with Raid 2 in April and the takedown in May. Why, like... Why would you word it that way? I hate that so much. That makes me viscerally uncomfortable. They have consistently had some of the weirdest wording in these notes. Yeah. Genuinely think it was an AI summary? Apparently not. I don't know, man. I kind of wish it was. Is the BL4 devs different from BL3? It fucking feels like it. Anyways, so yeah. With Raid 2 in April and the takedown in May. New injections... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Of challenging endgame content in line with our first Raid boss, Bloom Reaper. Free to all. Bounty packs 3, 4, and 5. Bounty packs get you a vault card full of new cosmetics and gear unlocked through gameplay. What's with the stars? All bounty packs are included in Borderlands 4 Deluxe Edition and Super Duck. Okay. Story Pack 2. Story packs are our most substantial DLC, including a brand new Vault Hunter. Yeah, no, see, we're only getting 2 story packs. That's it. Okay. So yeah, that's everything. I don't know, man. Like, I think the DLC is going to be cool. Okay. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to playing it. I don't think it fixes literally anything. It's adding more fucking world bosses as the activity. And I don't think the patch is going to have anything other than the shared progression. I think that's the only major thing we're getting with that patch. We might be cooked. It's beyond cooked. Oh, look, again, let me be clear. I don't want... this is my opinion, okay? Everything in this hour and 41 minutes has been my opinion. If you have a differing opinion, that's fantastic, okay? I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to thrust my opinions on yours. But my conclusion to this, all of this, okay, is they still just don't give a fuck. Game dead, it's Jover, we're cooked. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying here. No. I think that they just do not give a fuck, and I don't think they're ever going to give a fuck about BL4, and that's fine, okay? BL4 is a fine game. BL4 is an acceptable video game experience. It's fun. It just sucks that it could be so much more, and it is not. If you have hope that this game turns itself around, that's fantastic. I hope you can keep that hope. My hope is shriveled up, a black little lump of coal, crushed into dust, and snorted up through my butthole. That's where my hope is at. Because it has been 6 fucking months. In that time, all we have gotten is no major meta shifts, no good patches. We still have dog shit progression. We got a photo mode that you can't even take pictures in and is just substantially worse in multiple ways from BL3's photo mode, especially since it took 5 months for it to exist. All the DLC has been mid at best. And I think that while this DLC is going to be fun, it is not at all hitting anything that this needs to hit. It's cool when he said that we were getting a new endgame activity. It was not cool when he said it was more bossing content. Stop being negative, streamer. You are what's wrong with this community. Grr. True. I'm just a fucking negative Andy out here. But consider, piracy is a crime. Like, damn, dude. Thank you for joining us. The game could be so much better if we had the support that 3 had. Again, let's just scroll through here, okay? I'll start at the bottom, we'll just keep going up, all right? If BL4 at any point had support even remotely similar to what BL3 has, if it fucking turns around and starts getting this support, I think the game could bring back a lot of fucking people, okay? But even then, I don't think anything is ever going to bring back the amount of people that this game needs to bring back to be, like, successful. to have the relevance that BL3 had for fucking 5 years, to have the relevance that BL2 had for just as, if not longer. Like, this game hemorrhaged, and at no point did they do anything to stop the bleeding other than shit in the mouth of it and everyone who plays it. And I think that trajectory is not going to change anytime soon. Because if it was going to, I think it would have started by now. I don't know what the fuck is going on at Gearbox. I don't know if this is shit that has happened because of the shift in producer or whatever the fuck, the parent company. I know there was like that buyout or whatever. They left Embracer and then got bought out by someone else, or they left someone and got bought by Embracer. I don't fucking remember. I don't know what's going on. But what it feels like from the outside is that this game has no fucking passion being put into it. I'm sure there's people that work on this game that love it. I'm sure there's people that work on this game that want to do what they can. I'm sure there's people that are being told that they can't work on this game in the way that they want to. They can't fix it because they don't want to put the money into it. Someone doesn't want to put the money into it. I'm not saying the entire company and every single individual at that company is to blame for this shit. But sitting here and watching 17 minutes of what felt like a job interview where someone is just trying to make themselves sound as impressive as fucking possible without saying anything ever, it really fucking sucks to sit there and listen to, you know? When you do kind of care about the game, when you want the game to be better, sitting there for 17 minutes and watching a video where people say fucking nothing to you right to your face and jingle keys and pretend like that's going to make you happy, I think does more harm than good to this. I think every time someone tweets on Twitter about something about the game, something about how the Bounty Pack 2 is so much better, how it's so much better than Bounty Pack 1, and then it's like just, I don't know, like 50% better than Bounty Pack 1. How, without fail, every time there's new content, something about it sucks dick, like Pearls. How, like fucking Clockwork, it's just week after week, we get no patches leading up to a major patch where we also get no patches. Like, literally, we're getting patches but no patches. It's like games but no games, but it's straight just patches but no patches. Someone took that option. Instead of unlimited bacon but no patches, someone just took patches but no patches. I don't know who that person was, but you gotta figure your shit out, buddy. No one wants this. Josh wants to fix it, but they keep slandering him. Dude, could you imagine? He's actually there. Dude, Josh is in the fucking trenches day after day, like, fucking petitioning to get this game back on track, and they're out here being like, Josh said that doll isn't coming back. They're trying to make this guy just sound like a fucking asshole. It's crazy how the loot event for 3 days is something they could have done from the first day and make it weekly/monthly. Dude, BL3 had so many events like that. I talk about Loot the Universe a lot because it's like genuinely one of my favorite things that BL3 ever did. And that was such a like small, easy thing for them to do and just enable whenever. If they would just do shit like that even. Like, damn, dude, I don't know. It just, there's so many things that add up to it feeling like they don't give a fuck about this game. And that's literally just the wanker. That's literally just like the only conclusion that I feel is able to be come to at this point. Like, what other conclusion is there other than they just don't give a shit about the game? They don't give a shit about the community, and no matter what people say, they are going to take 6 months to listen to half of it. Because, like, yeah, we're finally getting shared progression 6 months later, but that doesn't fix the actual progression during a playthrough. Doesn't make a playthrough any more fun to replay. We still have a million balance issues. We still have no build diversity. We still might not be getting a fucking level cap increase. There's no content to make on this game. It's going to keep hemorrhaging. A lot of features that could just be copy and pasted from past Borderlands games and put new code of paint, then ship it. Dude, they did that with fucking photo mode, but then they removed shit from it. Photo mode doesn't even take pictures. You can't take photos in photo mode. You have to use other screenshot buttons instead of just having an inbuilt one like BL3. Photo mode doesn't pause the game when you enter it, like it did in BL3, so you could post things exactly where you wanted. We don't have mail. We don't have fucking parts breakdown. We actually have less than parts breakdown. We're missing a lot of information on our fucking item cards. It's just... It's been 6 months. Those notes are staggering to look through. It's genuinely wild. Like, dude, we are April 1st, 2021, over an entire year later. They every time Josh tries to fix the game, they pull his leash and abuse him. They shock him like Kaya. Dude, he probably fucking yelps like that too. Josh looks like the kind of motherfucker that would like yelp and whimper and shit. And be all like cute and coy about it. Year and a half after the game's launch. And we're getting patch notes like this. Infamous. But like a year and a half. Not a year and a half, but over a year after launch. Actually, no, a year and a half. A year and a half after launch, we're still getting fucking patch notes like this. Still getting patch notes like this. Patch notes like this. I mean, this one's a little bit not as big, but even still, like, this is bigger than most of the shit we're getting for fucking... This is bigger than today's patch. Like, it's wild, man. I don't get it. I don't understand how we went from this kind of support to 4. And there it is. That's every single patch. I mean, these are like kind of nothing, but that's it. That is every single patch in BL3. Dude, BL3 got a patch August 8th, 2024. This patch is bigger than half the shit we're getting in fucking 4. Don't even have item descriptions on some of the legendary items. Still have nothing? Yeah. No, Randy, changing the weekly events is not a patch. Randy, this is the 7th week in a row you've brought in fucking weekly events for your patch notes. Witnessing the slow collapse of the AAA games industry in real time. The problem is, like, there's no looter shooter like this game. I think that's what hurts the most about this shit. Is there is no looter shooter like BL1, BL2, TPS, and BL3, and Wonderlands. There's a looter shooter like BL4. It's the first game that I can say that about. There was definitely a looter shooter like 4. It's not a good one. But it's the one that they decided to copy. It's the one that they decided to copy the fucking homework of and change it a little. It's called Destiny. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they go from being the absolute behemoths of this genre to, like, being the people that created this genre, that defined this genre, that were one of the only people to do this genre well, and incredibly well, to copying one of the people that copied not copied, but one of the people that also entered the genre and did it significantly worse. But I don't know. Borderlands 4. Hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. I just love how they are, like, the DLC is diving when that was possible from day one and it wasn't implemented. If there aren't major skills, action skills, class mod updates for the new DLC, I might be out. Randy, please come to the principal's office. They got lazy because they know the fan base is dedicated and will buy slop they put out every year. Prime example, Call of Duty. The overarching moral of the story, if there's any moral that can be learned from BL4, it's what I said at the end of that video. You can't catch fish that are already in your fucking boat. Okay? And BL4 not only tried to catch the fish that were in their boat, but they also tried to catch the fish that were in another motherfucker's boat in the same lake. There's 2 boats in this lake, all right? Fucking Gearbox is angling for their fish and those other motherfucking fish that have already been caught. The lake is dry, though. You gotta go to a different one. They're like, yeah, no, we want to specifically target BL2 players. Can I zoom out here? Still like a year. We want to capture BL2 players and Destiny players. 2 of the most notoriously dedicated player bases ever. They want to capture those 2 player bases with their new game. Which, I mean, sure. You know what? I guess they fucking did that really briefly. But all those motherfuckers just they never stopped playing their game. Because if you're just gonna fucking do all this shit again, they're gonna go back to the game that they love. They're gonna keep going back. You're not gonna keep them in your boat. They're already there. They're already playing your game. You don't want these people. You want new people. You want new people like you had with BL3. You want to see, look, the reason BL3 has the same numbers as BL2, by the way, again, it's safe to double this because of Epic Games. Most of the fucking BL3 player base is on Epic Games that is still playing to this day. If you want to recapture that shit, okay? You want to recapture, or you want to capture more players, you want to recapture what made BL2, BL3, BL1 successful? You fucking make them different. You don't go back. You don't go backwards. You never go backwards, no matter how many people are fucking mad that you didn't go backwards, because those people, no matter how mad they get that you didn't go backwards, they aren't going to play your new fucking game anyways. It doesn't matter. They aren't going to move on. They're going to play that game. They're hooked. They're on your hook. You have them all hooked and in your boat. Again, that's the analogy. I keep saying it. It's a good analogy. But you need to capture a new audience. You need to capture a new endgame diehard dedicated audience. You have to rebuild a community around this game. The way you do that, support content creators, have photo mode day one, give them content to create, patch the fucking game regularly so there's a steady feed of content, change the meta up, make everyone continually interested in your game week after week, and have a completely new endgame experience. Don't have a sanitized, boring bullshit that is the safest possible endgame. And just be like, yeah, it's good enough. You have to make it interesting. You gotta do something with it. You gotta cast your net and see what sticks. Find the players that are going to get caught up in that net and continue playing your game 7 years after launch. Like Destiny did, like BL2 did, like BL1 did, like BL3 did. All of those are distinctly different games. All of them have incredibly dedicated players that are never going to stop playing those games. That's it. That is literally it. That's the way that you make a good sequel, and they just, I don't know. It's like they lost confidence. It's like they lost confidence in their ability to do what they've done with every game up until 4. What are we doing here? Yapping about the DEVCAST. I'm going to wrap up here. It's been a 2-hour stream of me talking about the DEVCAST and yapping about my thoughts on this game again. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the DLC. Let's do one final wrap-up. I know I've done this before. I was going to wrap up earlier, but then I got heated up again. I think what weirds me out about the entire thing the most is that it seems like Gearbox has, no long-term memory, so they don't learn from previous games at all. For all the talk about how they're disregarding BL3, they also aren't doing much BL2 shit either. It's just like a first attempt at a game from a studio that should make use of its experience. Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing with anytime I hear someone be like, let it cook, give it time, it needs more time, let it cook. The reason I don't fucking buy that shit at all is precisely because of that. They've been cooking for decades. They've been cooking since 2009. How much more time do these motherfuckers need? The let it cook mindset is the same, it's the same idea as like Gearbox seems to have, where we ignore everything and start fresh. Like, that's it. And I don't understand that, because that's not how making a game works. You don't cook my food when it's already on my table and I'm eating it. Puzzling that no one's ever tried to make a Borderlands-like, because I'm hoping that we start seeing more attempts in the coming years. Unless BL5 just comes out in like 2 years and just utterly slaps. I think the market is about to open up. But yeah, it's an interesting. Anyways, to wrap up, DLC, I think the DLC is going to be cool. It's not going to fix literally fucking anything about this game, but it looks fun. It looks neat. I'm excited for progression shit, but I wish they would actually just fix the new playthrough stuff. Genuinely, I care about the new playthrough more than I care about cross progression. I think the new playthrough experience is way more important, and being able to actually like replay the game is better than starting a level 30 and having that progression transfer. But both are good. Like, again, it's good that they're doing that. Let It Cook is only viable when the game is still in development, not when you already sold it at that point, or at that point it's damage control for a botched release. Yeah. I really hated this DEVCAST. This DEVCAST, like, boiled my blood. Again, it felt like I was watching a job interview where they're just fucking, you're just talking to puff yourself up. You're just saying words and dodging as many questions as possible while saying words that make you sound impressive. Like, that's entirely what this was. Like, someone could have just tweeted this. Someone at Gearbox, these are the same things that the Gearbox team tweets out on Twitter every week, where they shoot themselves in the foot every time they tweet. That's what this was. This was 17 minutes of that. I'm hyped to see Pickle returning. That's pretty cool. I can't wait for new fucking world bosses. Yippee. But you get it in a new arena now. Now you get to fight the world bosses in a new arena. So it's different. It's different, and it's really cool. You get to fight them in a new arena, and it's random, and it's random. It's a new arena, and it's random, and you get to fight world bosses in it. Hey, look, Pickle! Jingle, jingle! Yeah. Overall, it's cooked. It's just fucking cooked, man. It's done. The game is where it's at. It's a fine game, but that's all it's ever going to be. It's going to be a fine game, and then it's going to fade into fucking obscurity, and we'll get BL5, and hopefully it's a better one. Anyways, fellas, that's about do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. As always, it's been a damn good time. My fucking throat hurts. Dear God. If you have missed any of this VOD, it'll be up immediately once this stream is done over up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to leave that up immediately. It'll be up forever as long as Gearbox doesn't take it down, because I watched their entire video in it. So we'll see what happens there. Also, new video is up during this stream. A new BL3's Forgotten went up, so if you want more Arachnica content, go check that out. Or again, hey, Jovi, if you want more Arachnica content, stream VOD up, go check it out. Go check it out. Make sure you have your ad blocker off. Go loop it. Watch all my ads. Watch my ads. Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, morning, night, whatever time it may be. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, also, I'm going to be back on proper schedule now. I'm going to be back on my 3-day schedule. So yeah. Bye-bye!